Good morning to all of you. So
Good
today
morning, sir.
we are studying about the starting of a business and the basic factors. What are the basic factors that we have to consider while we start a business? When you want to start a new business, what are the things that we have to keep in mind? So about these things we were discussing in the previous class. So we have studied about a few of these topics already, like the size of the firm, choice of form of ownership, location of business enterprises. All these points we have already studied. Selection of the line of business. So which type or which line of business has to be there, that we have already first we will think about, isn't it? So what type of what line of business? So we have studied about the classification of business activities. In that we have studied about the different line of businesses. So different, like a industry is there, and in that there are different classifications like primary industry, secondary, tertiary, like that. And primary is again classified into different categories. So all these categories we have already studied. And which line or which type of business we should do, that we have to decide first. Secondly, regarding the size of the firm, whether we should have a small scale business or a large scale business, or the how would be the size of the business, that we have to decide. Then choice of the form of ownership. So we have already seen that there are three main types of ownerships are there. That is a sole proprietorship, partnership, joint stock company. So these three forms are there. So sole proprietorship is that a single owner. So only one person is running the business. So he is the only bearer of every risk, and he will be getting the entire profit. So he need not to share the profit with anyone, but he has to face the entire risk and all the liability he has to face in case of a sole proprietorship. Only one person is there and he has to handle everything. And in partnership, there are few members. We can say like a maximum 10 or 20 members will be there. Okay, so normally the firms, they start like 3 partners or 5 partners, like that. So few partners will be there. They join together, combine together, and do the business. So in that, some more better coordination can be there, because like they will get more money when different people are sharing money. We can have more money, more ideas will be there, because different people are gathered together. So a little more better business can be. And when it comes into the joint stock company, there are a large number of members, so they can invite the general public also to join in this business. So many members can share. So it is like around 50 members and all will be there. So large number of members can be there. So the amount that they are collecting, the capital that they are investing will be very high. Okay, so that will be there, and big businesses can be started with the help of the joint stock companies. Okay, and next is about the location of the business enterprise, where we have to start the business. So if it is starting the business, what sort of business we are doing, and what is the raw material, where it is available, whether the transportation facility is there or not, all these type of things has to be considered when we take the location of the business. Okay, just imagine if you want to start a shop. Okay, so if you are thinking that you want to start a shop in Haraya, so if you consider like if it is imagine that if it is a tea shop, okay, so or a tea shop or a hotel, if you are starting, where will you start? If you are starting it in an interior area where there are on the 3rd floor of a building, if you start this one, people are not going to search for the shop there and come and purchase. No. So it should be in a particular place, where, especially nearby a bus stop. If it is there, then it is the best place, isn't it? So there, if it is a nearby a bus stop, so the people normally, see, like here in Haraya, we don't have a habit of like people in Haraya, they don't have the habit of simply going out and having food outside. This type of culture is not in our side, and all in our locality, people have a culture like that. So it means we see, like if there is a birthday celebration or any, like if wedding anniversary is there, or any type of some small function will be there in our family. So what we do is that we will have the food outside. So there are good hotels are there. Families can have food outside. Good ambience will be there. So one day we will have the food outside. So maybe for dinner. So we may call our friends also. So we will have the food outside together. So this type of a habit is there. But here people in Haraya, always, I don't know whether in UP they have the tradition like that or customs like that. Okay. So we are having such kind of See, like a one-day outing and all we will be organizing sometimes. Here we don't have a proper place for going for an outing and so. So because like in our side, what we do is that see, like some waterfall will be there or some mountain area is there or top of the hill. Okay, so or there will be some kind of like a little forest area will be there. A canal will be there or such type of things. Some gardens are there. So such type of places are there, and we can go and we will be roaming around there. And we nearby that there will be a hotel also. So we will go roam around. The children and all will be able to play, and we will enjoy a little bit time. We will spend some time there, and we will have food outside, and we will come back. So this kind of like one day outing we call. So such kind of things here, but we don't have such kind of culture first of all because we don't have such a place. Where we will go. Only one picnic spot that we can have is in Kushinagar, or otherwise in Ayodhya. If you go to Ayodhya, there are temples are there. You can go and visit the temple, and after that you can come. But there is no any good hotels and all are not there. Once I went to Ayodhya for just visiting or having the this one, and we happened to be there for having some food, and we searched for a good hotel there, and we could not find any. I don't know whether it may be there, but we were not much familiar, and we went there and we did not have any good hotel. We did not find, but we were very much hungry. We went in the morning and we were roaming around, so we had to have something. So we searched for a place to have, and we entered into a small like a tea shop, like shop was there. So dhaba like thing. So we entered there, and we were having food, and we ordered some like this what to say, puri and this some sabji aloo, like some sabji was there. So only that was available there, and we ordered for that. And when we got it, we started to eat this one, and we found that this sabji is very much salty. Okay, so much salt is there, and we started and we found that it is very difficult to eat, and we started to call the waiter there, and we wanted to scold him, and we were about to scold him. So just nearby, one who is sitting near just next table. So there were few family, one person was sitting there, and they also ordered the same because only that food was available there, and they had ordered. And before we call him, we called the waiter. He called the waiter, and he is shouting at the waiter that the salt is less in this. Okay, and after listening to this one, we felt that nothing to speak, because now we find it that it is more salty, and he is scolding for more salt there. Means he is telling that salt is very less there, and he is asking them to bring the more salt. So if we again call him and speak that the salt is less in this one, then he will start shouting at me. So then we did not speak. We just somehow managed to eat this, because the people over there, they are eating so much salty food may be there. Okay, so that may be their culture. So in our this one, we don't have much salt. If we are here in our area, people normally use more salt, I think, isn't it? So like namkeen and all is there also, it is very salty type, but people are interested to eat salt. They are eating more. I don't know why they are eating like that. So but in our side, or we are not much interested in having little bit salt is okay, but if it is too much, then it finds very difficult. Okay, so then we found like that. So location of a business will be there. So we have to understand about the different locations. So where we can start up the business. Okay, according to the area. So we have to manage that. Okay, so these things we have already studied. The next topic that we have to study is about the financing the proposition. Okay, financial position or financial proposition. Financing is concerned with providing the necessary capital for starting as well as for continuing the proposed business. Capital is required for investment in fixed assets like land, building, machinery, and equipment, and in current assets like raw materials, books, debts, stock of finished goods, etc. Capital is also required for meeting day-to-day expenses. Proper financing planning must be done to determine the requirement of capital, the source from where the capital will be raised, and the best ways of utilizing the capital in the firm. So we know, see, like when you have to start a business, the very big question is about the capital. Okay, so the capital will be there, the money that we need to do the business. So we need huge amount of money is required for starting a business. Whatever may be the business that we have to start, there is a need of capital. Money is required for that. So imagine that if you are starting a hotel in Haraya, So first of all, we need to either we can purchase a land and make a building and start up a hotel there, or you can lease a building. So depending on the type of business that we are going to do, that we can start up the money that can be there. So, but if you consider, like if you are starting a business, and if you are taking a rented room and start a business, and if you become very much successful in the business, what happens is that the owner says that you don't continue business here. Okay, so you have to quit this place. So if such as this is there, then you will lose your business. So you have to take to a new place. Then in that location may not be suitable. So already that people are familiar with the location and they are coming there and doing the business. And if you have to shift it to that place, then it will be difficult. So if it is our own room, if you purchase our own building and make our own room like that, so then it will be more comfortable. Okay, so depending on the type of business that we are doing, we have to make a decision what type of ownership or what type of a building that we have to have. If it is a bigger kind of business, if we are going like industry type, if we are starting, we need to have purchasing the land, we need to purchase make buildings. Just imagine like our school, like okay, so if we are starting a school in a rented room, so we cannot function according to our likes and dislikes. So it's like we cannot elaborate the building, or it is not possible to if we are living in a rented room, we cannot do accordingly. So we need to purchase the land, we have to make the building and make other arrangements required. Okay, so if it is our own land, we can do, but we need to invest a huge amount of money into that. Okay, so that money that we required for that. So fixed assets, huge amount of money is required. Then again, see, like when we start producing the product, we need to have raw materials, we need to have equipments for producing the products, we need to pay salary to the employees, we need like the transportation of goods and so on will be there. For that expenditure will be there. So, and the day-to-day activities, all the activities that we are performing, we need to have all these type of things. So for that, we need to have plenty of money. So how to arrange this money, or how we have to arrange this money, all these type of things we have to consider. Okay, so there are basically 3 decisions or 3 important things that we have to consider. So that is the requirement of capital. How much capital is required, that we have to make a decision first. Okay, so what are the expenditures, how much money is required for purchasing the fixed assets, how much should be on current assets, all these type of things we have to decide. And the proportion of capital, total how much capital will be required, that we have to plan first. If you want to start a business, how much would be the capital that we have to invest, that we have to make a decision first. The second decision is regarding the source from where the capital will be raised. Okay, so from where we will get the capital. Imagine that if we have decided to start a business and 10 crore rupees is required for starting this business. Imagine, okay, so we have decided that 10 crore rupees required for starting the business. Okay, so this 10 crore rupees, out of this 10 crore rupees, how the business, so it depends on the method of ownership. So if it is sole proprietorship, full this money has to be brought by the individual person. So only thing that he can do is that if he is having a 5 crore rupees with him, and 5 crore rupees of bank loan can be taken. Okay, so according to the type of business. So if it is a sole proprietorship, okay. If it is a partnership form, like there are 4 partners, and if all the 4 partners are bringing 2. Okay, so total 8 crore rupees we will get as debt, and 2 crore rupees we will take as a bank loan. Okay, that is one proportion. So how we will arrange, and if it is a company, how much shares will be there, how much bank loan has to be there, all these type of decisions. So from where we will get this money, that we have to decide. So that is the another important decision that we have to make. Okay, then next one is about the physical facilities, availability of physical facilities, including machines and equipments. Building and supportive services is an important factor to be considered at the start of the business. The decision relating to this factor will depend on the nature and the success of business, availability of funds, and the process of production. So the type of business, the physical features are there. Availability of physical facilities, including machines and equipments, building and the supportive services is an important factor to be considered. So what are the physical facilities required? So if you want to think about a school building, so there should be building, there will be there, the staircase will be there, chair will be there, classroom arrangement, all these type of things are. If it is considered about a big business, then how much building has to be there, machines are required, all the physical things required, physical facilities required, about that we should have a understanding. Okay. The decision relating to the factor will depend on the nature and the size of business, availability of funds, and the process of production. So these type of decision is depending on the size of the business, what type of business that we are doing, and how much will be the size of the business. All these type of things has to be considered, as well as the process, what sort of process we are having. See, as it is there, like if it is a sugarcane company, sugar industry, so like a sugar mill. Okay, so if that is there, so we need to have a particular location will be there where we receive the this sugarcane as it is brought, then it will be crushed. So the equipment should be there, so that what are the equipments required, that we have to think and make arrangements for that. Okay. The next another thing is that planned layout. Once the requirement of physical facilities has been determined, the entrepreneur should draw a layout plan showing the arrangement of these facilities. Layout means the physical arrangement of machines and equipments needed to manufacture a product. Okay. So physical facilities means that what are the equipments, what are the things that is required, that we will decide what are the things required. And planned layout means how this will be arranged. Okay, so the arrangement, the layout of the things. See, like if in our school, the main gate is there in particular location, from there we are coming, and there will be entering, and there will be office room. Just nearby there is a principal's office. Then after that, other classrooms are there, or whichever classroom should be there on the first floor, what classroom will be on the second floor and the third floor, or in the new building. So according to the different classes, so it will be arranged like that. Yes, Prakhar, what doubt you are having?
Sir,
not audible. Your mic is muted.
Sir, in a joint stock company.
Pardon?
Sir, Sir, in a joint stock company means many people they make investment. Then who is the owner in that case?
So one person will be like you're holding the business. If, for example, 51% of the shares will be held by. So if there is no proper ownership like that, means the board of directors will be there. Okay, so if it is a private company, there are two types of private companies are there. One company will be held like a Reliance like company is there. So in that 51% of the shares will be held by one individual person. Okay, so means in that case, he will be the owner. Okay, so if 51% of the shares are held by one individual person, then he will be the owner. And otherwise, there will be like many members are there, like just like partnership. Okay, so if there are 50 partners are there, okay, and if each of the members are 1 crore, there are 50 partners, each partners invest 1 crore rupees each. Okay, so all these members will be owners, all of them are owners. Okay, so but for taking the decisions regarding that, they will create a board of directors. Okay, the people will be there. It means out of this, so there are 50 members are there, 50 owners will be there. If one person is investing 1 crore rupees, so means total asset of the company is 50 crore rupees, and each shareholders are investing 1 crore rupees each. So there are 50 shareholders are. So all these 50 shareholders are the owners of the business. But it is not possible to run the business by all these members, is it no? So these 50 members all together, they will decide a group of members. So maybe like 5 members will be there. They are known as the board of directors. Or as like this 50 shareholders will be there. So all 50 shareholders may not be investing equal amount of money. Okay, so some shareholders are investing more money, some are investing less money, like that may be also there. Okay, so if main shareholders are there, see like if one person is investing some 5 crore rupees, another one is 10 crore rupees, another is 15 crore rupees, like that. Huge investment is made by few members. So these members will be the board of directors. Okay, and other members will be investing 1 crore rupee or 50,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees, like that. Small shares. So those who are investing huge amount of money, they will become. It is not necessary that all those who are investing huge amount of money will be the board of directors. That is decided by the members. All the members will decide that who all will be the board of directors. So there will be a group of members, council, like for conducting the activities. And in that there will be a head of the department, head of this one also, like see we can say that CEO or the general manager or such a person will be there. So that will be, so they will appoint these board of directors. There will be 5 members. They will either one among them will become the board of the CEO, or they will appoint another person. It is see like if these 5 board of directors may not be very qualified people. They are interested to means they are investing money, but they don't have much idea regarding the business. Means they have idea, but how to run the business, they may not be specialist. So they may appoint a qualified person, an MBA holder, or a person with so much amount of experience. Such a person will be appointed as the general manager, and he will manage the business. He will run the business. Do you understand? So that kind of system. But in normal case, in like most of the private companies, the one who is investing more money will become the board of director, and he himself will be the owner of the business, means the CEO also. Okay, so in normal cases, like we know, see, like this Reliance is there, or Tata is there, or even like Bill Gates. All these type of people are there. So they are running their own business. Means the major shareholder is they themselves are the major shareholders, and they are the CEO of the company. So they are the starters of the business, you know, and they take support from other members also. So they are also co-members. They have also equal rights, but he is the one who is making the decisions. So there are more decision-making power is vested on that particular person. Do you understand? Okay. Then there is a public company also there. Private companies are there, as well as the public companies also. Private, like most of these companies like Reliance and other type of companies are there. They are also now in the case of public companies. The public company means that they will issue shares. So in that way also they can collect money. So in that also same kind of board of directors will be there. All these memberships and all are there. So they take, so we can also purchase share. So one share will be of 100 rupees share will be there, or 1,000 rupees share will be there. Anybody, so that shares are issued in the share market. So anybody can purchase the share. And if I purchase, imagine that is like Reliance company's share is there. And if 500 rupees is the value of a share today, and if I purchase one share, I am also the owner of the company. Do you understand? That is not a private company, that is called as public companies. Means that if public is invited to invest shares, that is a public company. And if a large number of members are there, but that is a private company, so different members are there, but they cannot sell the share in the what to say, some private companies are there, they are having permission to issue the shares in the public also, but normally the private companies are not permitted to issue shares in the stock exchange. Okay, so they are large members are there, they will have a list of members, and these members will be holding the investment. Do you understand? So these things we have to study in detail, like about a private company, we have to study, or public company. In the next chapter, we will study. At that time, you will more understand. Okay. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that is about the planned layout that we were discussing. The next topic that we have to see is about the competent and the committed workforce. Okay. Another important requirement is the competent and the committed workforce. Every enterprise needs competent and committed workforce to perform various activities so that physical and financial resources are converted into desired output. Since no individual entrepreneur can do everything himself, he or she must identify the requirement of skilled and unskilled workers and managerial staff. Plans should also be made about how the employees will be trained and motivated to give their best performance. So another important requirement is the workforce. So imagine, see, like if we are making a very big building, like in our school, so if we make a very big building, there are nice classrooms are there, or AC classrooms we are making, nice teachers, nice chairs and all are there, like a sofa type. chair and all is made. You can very nicely sit and relax. Such a way it is there. Everything we are arranging. And if the teachers are not qualified, if good quality teachers are not there, then what will happen? Will the students will come? Will the students be ready to study there? Students may be ready, but parents will not be willing to sit. Because they will see the quality. So they want to see. And if the building is not very big, or if these things are not very good, but if the teacher is capable, if the teacher is more powerful, or if they are very talented and expert teachers are there, so then normally the students will be ready to come, or even the parents will be ready to send their students to the schools. So when a teacher or when a parent is thinking whether my student has to study in this school or not, that is depending on the teachers. So what is the quality of the teachers? How is the teachers there? Based on that, they don't. If there is an educated or if a good parent is there, he will never think about what is the size of the building there, or what is the size of the classroom there. All these things are not considered. So what is the quality of the teachers? And success of a school is also depending on the teachers, effort of the teachers as well as the students. So selection of the teacher is a very important decision. In the same way, in a business, so imagine that if there is a very big company and there are so many machines are there, and all equipments are there, all raw materials are there, everything is nicely there. But if the workers are not good working, nicely working, then that company cannot be successful. Okay, so the company's success is mainly depending on the workers there. So if the workers are not able to manage the things, imagine that if you are going to a restaurant, as I have told you, if you are going to a restaurant and if the food is very nice, all the things are very nice, all the arrangement is very nice, but if the workers over there, the person, those who are coming, the servants are there, though they are coming, and they are not behaving with you properly. So they are just asking you, they are throwing the food and just leaving there and going and telling that you, if the table is not clean, and if you tell them to clean the table, then they say that you clean yourself. If they say like that, we will not feel, even if the food is very nice, if the hotel maybe their atmosphere will be very good, but we will not be able to, we will not be going to that hotel again. So, but if you go to a hotel and if the food is not very good, but somewhat okay, but if the behavior of the person is very nice, okay, if that person is dealing with you very nicely, if the stewards, those who are coming, they are talking to you very decently, imagine that, say, like a table and all is not clean, maybe there, but they will just tell you, please wait 1 minute, if it is, just clean it and make it arranged. So they will just clean it like that. If any mistake is taking place, then they will come and say sorry, or they behave properly. We feel very comfortable. Man, that's like once I was going to a shop in Haraya here, and I went to the shop, okay, earlier, and I wanted to purchase a product, and actually I don't know the name of this. Like we have to speak the name of this product in Hindi, and clear word of the Hindi I don't know. Means most of the words that we have to speak. Imagine, see, if we are going to the shop, and those words we may not be familiar, so somehow we will be explaining, and they will understand, and they may find it out, or we will show the product and tell them that this 1 kilogram required. So such a way we may speak. Now we are able to understand to some extent, but when we earlier, when we were going to the shops, we were finding very difficult to understand the words. Okay, more these Hindi words are there, and the pronunciation also may not be the clear pronunciation, may not be there. So, but when once I went to the shop and asked the shopkeeper about a product, and he did not answer me anything. He did not. So he was just talking with another person there. He was keep on continue talking there, and he was also another business, means customer was there. So I was just waiting outside. He was talking to that person, and I just asked him whether this product is there or not. He did not answer me. He did not say anything. So I was waiting. So he was talking to the other customer there, and he was not even giving product to him. Any product distribution was not going on. So he was just a casual talk. They were discussing about some things. So they are talking there. And I just waited for at least 5 minutes time. 2-3 minutes I waited. After that, again, I asked him whether this product is there or not. He did not answer again. Again, I waited for 2-3 minutes there. Let him talk, complete his talk, and after that, he will come and he may take out the product and give. Okay. So around 5 to 10 minutes time, I waited there. And after that, he came and I asked him whether this product is there. Then he said that it is not. Okay. So I waited there for around 10 minutes. So he had heard it earlier. And he could have told me earlier that this is not there. So I would have gone to another shop and purchased this. But he made me to wait there for 10 minutes time. And after that, he is coming and telling that this product is not there. Okay. So for telling that it is not there, he made me to wait there for 10 minutes. So that irritated me. And I have already told him that if it is not there, he would have told me earlier. So I would have searched for a product in. And he says that this product is not there. I will give you another product similar to this. I said that I don't want any similar product. I want this product, that if it is not there, you are supposed to tell it. And I went and searched for another product, another shop, and I purchased the product. And I never went to that shop again. Okay. So means we feel, so if he had already told me that this product is not there earlier itself, then I would have gone to that shop again. I used to visit that shop almost regularly. But this was the way that we are dealing. So we are people here, they are many of the shopkeepers in Hareya, they are not having the technique of business. So they don't know anything. See, like if we ask to them, they don't speak politely, or they don't have the technique of speaking and convincing the customers. If you ask to their shopkeeper whether this is there, then they nay. So if they will not check also whether it is there or not. It is already there, and it may be kept there, but they don't have the patience to go and see whether it is there or not. They on the spot, if you ask them, they say nahi. So this is the response that we get. So such type of, and in some shops are there. If you go to that Grahika, there you will find that there they are arranging, and the shop that shopkeeper is there. So whenever we go there, if we are most of the time we are going there, and if 1 week if we are not going, then he will start asking, you chhod diya kya shop? So like that they will start asking. So then he will ask, and he will also see, like we are getting, see, like some masalas and all that we are getting. We are normally using Eastern. One company is there. It is already in Kerala. So the product is coming from Kerala, and the Eastern one brand is there. That is what we are using. Masalas like MDH, Goldie, all these type of brands are here. But we are not much interested in those masalas. We are using Eastern masala is there. So, but we asked for these type of products in all throughout in Hareya, but we were not getting. So what we used to do is that from when we come from Kerala, we will be packing these things like 10 packets, 20 packets of masalas we were bringing from home and using it. But when we start like bringing it in flight and so much amount of expenditure and transportation, so much problems are there. And even if we keep it for see, like once in a year only we are going. So if we bring it and keep it for 1 year, it may not be there for 1 year. So it was very difficult. So when we asked to that person, he said that we will arrange it and we will search about this product and he will bring. So after that, in 1 week time, he was bringing the product from Lucknow, and he got the collection from there, from Lucknow, and he started bringing the products into the shop. So we felt very happy because he worked for us. So means we asked for this product and he searched for this product and he is ready to bring it. So we felt happy about this. So this is the behavior. This is the way that we need to do the business. So if we are doing this such a way, then people will be interested. So this is what we have to speak is that first of all, the way that they are speaking, if it is a customer-oriented business, the way that they are speaking. In Kerala, and only if you come and if you go to a shop, especially if you are entering into a shop for purchasing a cloth, okay, or if you are entering into a any shop, you will find that the people, they speak in such a way that this is the best product in the entire world. So they will make you to believe that this is the best product in the entire world and somehow make you to purchase this product. They will not leave you until you purchase the product. But here in Hareya, if you go to a shop and you ask for a product, and if they mostly say that it is not there. If you ask for a shirt, if I am going to a shop and I ask for a shirt and I see like if a blue shirt is required, and if I ask him whether it's some more bigger size is there, say no, not there. So they'll always have no. At least they will not go and see whether it is there or not. So they say that this thing is not there. Alternative options, they may know that it is not there, maybe there like that. But imagine, see, like if he goes inside and search for something and bringing that, after that, oh, it is not there, but another one is there, so you can use this one. If they speak like that, then we may be interested. Okay, exactly the same color may not be there, slightly different color, or maybe another brand, but it is somewhat good. So that is the way that we have to speak. So if we speak in that way, customers will be happy and they will be ready to purchase a product. So the behavior of the shopkeeper or the salesman is a very much important factor in case of doing the business. So if you have such kind of if you are doing a business and if you have 2-3 salesmen who is speaking very nicely and making the product sale, so such kind of people are there, then the sale of the shop will be increasing. Some shopkeepers are like that, but most of the shopkeepers are not behaving like that. So this is another important factor. So if it is factory is there, so the workforce is a very important factor, and the people should be those who are working there. They have to work and they should work with the dedication. They should be ready to do hard work, and efficient workers should be there. So then if this is there, then it will lead to the success of the organization. Okay. Then one more topic that two more points are there, like tax planning. Tax planning has become necessary these days because there are a number of tax laws in the country and they influence almost every aspect of the functioning of modern business. The founder of the business has to consider in advance the tax liability under various tax laws and its impact on business decisions. So tax planning is there. So how much amount of tax we have to do? See, like a different business that we are doing, and in that different type of taxes are there. So we have to pay. And imagine, see, like nowadays business and all, they are having so much relaxation in taxes when we do some social activities and all. So the social responsibilities of business are there. So when they do some like a social welfare activities, if they do, then they will get some tax benefit. If the company, imagine that, like if a rich person is here, then they will not purchase a car. If mind that if a BMW car is to be purchased, and if 50 lakh rupees is the cost of this car, but a rich person, he is having 50 lakh rupees with him, but he will not purchase this car with the paying full money. Do you know why? Because if he is paying with the full cash payment on the spot, he has to pay the tax more. But if he is taking like 50 lakh rupees car is there, and if he is paying only 20 lakh rupees now and 30 lakh rupees in loan, so that much tax reduction will be. So if he is taking insurance and higher amount of insurance is taking, then for that again tax benefit will be there. So all these type of tax plannings are there. So whenever we start a business also, if a company, when we are starting, we have to decide that how much borrowing should be there, how much debt money is there, how much interest payments are there. All these type of things will affect the payment of tax. If we are taking all money as means all money is investment by the company owner itself, then for full money, it's like if we make a total asset of 10 crore rupees, and if we make total 10 crore rupees asset is there, and if total we are getting 10 lakh rupees as profit, okay, in at the end of the month or at the end of the year, if we are getting 10 lakh rupees as profit, then in that 10% tax rate is 10%. Okay, but if we are not investing this under 10 crore rupees, but only 5 crore rupees we are investing 50%. 5 crore rupees we have to pay only for 10 lakh rupees. Only about 50,000 rupees we need to pay tax, because this 50,000 rupees is already loan and we have to pay the interest amount. So about that, for that we need not to pay full amount of tax, we need not to pay half tax or some tax will be deducted. Do you understand? So because we are paying interest, so out of the total money that we are getting, 10 lakh rupees we are getting as the total, in that 5 lakh rupees may be paid as interest. Okay, interest has to be paid. So this interest will be deducted. So remaining 5 lakh rupees is there. And 5 lakh rupees 10% will be there. That means 50,000 rupees only has to be paid as tax. Do you understand? So there will be tax benefit. So like that, there are so many techniques are there for getting tax benefit. And next is about the launching of a business. Launching after the decisions relating to the above mentioned factors have been taken, the entrepreneur can go ahead with the actual launching of the enterprise, which would mean mobilizing various resources, fulfilling necessary legal formalities, starting the production process, and initiating the sales promotion campaign. So launching of business means the starting up of a business. So after completing all these formalities, there are some legal formalities and so on, which we have to complete, like some license and all we have to take, some permission has to be taken for starting up a business. So if it is from municipality and all, we have to take some permissions, license, all these things are there. All the documentation has been completed, then we can start the business. Okay, so these are the different things that we have to understand about the starting up of a business. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Okay, so if you don't have any doubts, we will stop and the chapter is completed. So you may go through the chapter, revise the chapter, and tomorrow next class, if you are having any doubts regarding the entire chapter, you can ask. So next day we will be starting with the new chapter. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.